Welcome back to the E3 show floor. Thank you very much for joining us live. And thank you, Nick Ricks from TT Games, for joining us as well.
You're welcome, you're welcome. It's great to be
TT
here.
Games, formerly Traveler's Tales, who have brought us games like Lego Harry Potter, Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman. You have Lego Batman 2 here.
We do.
You guys have worked with some of the biggest franchises in sort of like geek history.
Yeah, that's right.
And now Lego Lord of the Rings.
That's
the Lord
right,
of the
yeah,
Rings.
yeah.
What's that going to be like? What are you going to bring to that amazing storied franchise?
Well, it's always an immense privilege to be able to work with, as you rightly say, all these incredible universes with these epic characters, and then to introduce and combine them with Lego to make a compelling game experience for young gamers and their families. I mean, as I say, it's a massive privilege. So what Lord of the Rings is Lego Lord of the Rings is going to bring to the party is something new and fresh. It's going to have a sense of its own adventure. Going to have this kind of almost like role-playing game kind of identity to it, but it's still very much going to be part of the Lego Games pantheon.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Lord of the Rings games over the years, and they've been very different from RTSs to action games, and now Lego. Why don't we go to the demo? We've got David driving us here.
Okay.
So we'll take a look, and you can let us know what we're seeing.
Right, here we go. Well, yeah. So what we always do when we start working with a new license is try to understand what is unique about that, and then distill that into a game form. So what's unique about Lord of the Rings as opposed to different to Harry Potter or Batman, for example? And so for Lord of the Rings, what we thought was, what makes it unique is that it's a quest, it's a journey for the characters. But not just a physical journey, but the characters themselves develop over time.
So it looks like we've got a lot of characters here.
We have. We've got 9.
So we must be in the Fellowship of the Ring still.
That's right. Yes, we've got. This is in the Mines of Moria section. We've got 9 playable characters in the game for the first time, and this is bringing up. This allows us to tell the story, have all those dynamic interactions between the various different members of the Fellowship, and recreate that story experience both cinematically and the gameplay.
This is looking familiar.
It has indeed, doesn't it? Well, this is it. So it's the first time we've realised we've made a Lego game of an Academy Award-winning film.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting challenge. But okay, how do we rise to it? Because obviously Peter Jackson and the New Line guys have just done a sumptuous job, recreating all these kind of vistas from Tolkien's original fiction.
So I'm wondering, were you working with like the estate of Tolkien, or were you working with like the film guys?
No, very much. Yeah, no, hand in glove. I mean, they've been amazing to work with. They really get Lego games. They understand what we're bringing to the party, and that there's a degree of kind of irreverent humour, and, which makes it a more kind of compelling experience for kids. And they've entirely got it. They bought into it, and they've been really, really good.
So talk about, obviously a very dialogue-heavy movie as well as action. In the Lego games, mostly emoting. So how are you telling the story without probably saying too much?
No, absolutely. Indeed, it's a good question. So it really came from the idea, this realisation that we're making an Academy Award-winning adaptation here. So when we had these, you'll see here the pillars of the bridge crashing into each other, and you'll see it's kind of shot for shot from the film. So when we had the characters do their normal kind of that was great. It worked really, really well. But you know what? It didn't just. We thought, what can we do? How can we make that better? So we thought, well, okay, let's try using the actual film dialogue from the movies, the voice, the stems spoken by the actors coming through the mouths of the Lego characters. And so we tried it first with Gimli, so that bit where he's going about roaring fires and malt beer, and we just put that in the game, and it worked really, really well. We were a little bit worried, does that detract from the humour and the kind of the light-hearted